The life and legacy of Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci, born on April 15, 1452. In the small Tuscan town of Vinci, Italy, stands as one of history's most enigmatic and multifaceted figures. Known as the quintessential Renaissance man, his contributions to art, science, engineering, and anatomy have left an indelible mark on human civilization. His life, spanning a transformative era of intellectual and cultural awakening, was a tapestry of relentless curiosity, unparalleled creativity, and an insatiable desire to understand the workings of the world. Early life and apprenticeship. Leonardo was born out of wedlock to Ser Piero da Vinci, a notary, and a peasant woman named Caterina. Raised primarily by his father's family, he grew up in a rural setting that fostered his lifelong fascination with nature. As a child, Leonardo displayed an extraordinary aptitude for drawing, sketching the landscapes and flora of the Tuscan countryside with remarkable precision. Recognizing his talent, Ser Piero arranged for him to apprentice under Andrea del Verrocchio, one of Florence's leading artists, around 1466. Verrocchio's workshop was a crucible of creativity, where Leonardo honed his skills in painting, sculpture, and metalwork. Under Verrocchio's tutelage, he learned the techniques of perspective, chiaroscuro, and anatomical accuracy that would later define his masterpieces. One anecdote from this period highlights Leonardo's prodigious talent. When he painted an angel in Verrocchio's baptism of Christ, his work was so superior that Verrocchio reportedly vowed never to paint again. By his late teens, Leonardo was already outshining his master, setting the stage for a career that would redefine artistic expression. The Florentine years and artistic breakthroughs in the 1470s, Leonardo established himself as an independent artist in Florence, a city buzzing with intellectual and artistic fervor. Florence, under the patronage of the Medici family, was the epicenter of the early Renaissance, and Leonardo thrived in this environment. His early works, such as the Annunciation, showcased his ability to blend meticulous detail with emotional depth. The painting's delicate rendering of the Virgin Mary's robes and the ethereal quality of the angel Gabriel's wings revealed Leonardo's mastery of light and texture. During this period, Leonardo began to explore the scientific principles that would underpin his art. He studied optics, geometry, and human anatomy, often dissecting corpses to understand the mechanics of muscles and bones. These studies informed his ability to depict the human form with unprecedented realism. His sketches from this time, preserved in notebooks, reveal a mind that was as analytical as it was creative. Pages filled with drawings of muscles, skeletons, and even embryonic forms demonstrate his pioneering approach to anatomy, which predated modern medical illustration. Leonardo's Florentine years were not without challenges. His unconventional personality, marked by a penchant for flamboyant clothing, vegetarianism, and a rumored preference for male companionship, made him a target of scrutiny in a conservative society. In 1476, he faced accusations of sodomy, though the charges were dropped. This incident, while traumatic, did not deter his ambition. By 1482, seeking greater opportunities, Leonardo left Florence for Milan, where he would spend nearly 2 decades under the patronage of Ludovico Sforza, the city's powerful duke. The Milanese period and the Last Supper in Milan. Leonardo's talents flourished as he took on roles as painter, engineer, and court entertainer. He presented himself to Ludovico as a military engineer, boasting of his ability to design innovative war machines, bridges, and fortifications. While many of his engineering projects remained theoretical, his sketches of tanks, submarines, flying machines reveal a visionary mind that anticipated technologies centuries ahead of their time. Leonardo's most celebrated work from this period is The Last Supper, painted for the refectory of the Santa Maria del Grazie monastery. This mural, depicting Christ's final meal with his apostles, is a triumph of composition and emotion. Leonardo broke with tradition by portraying the apostles as dynamic, expressive figures, each reacting to Jesus' announcement of betrayal in a distinct way. His use of linear perspective, with Christ as the vanishing point, draws the viewer's eye to the central figure, creating a sense of harmony and drama. Tragically, Leonardo's experimental technique, using a dry plaster method rather than traditional fresco, caused the painting to deteriorate rapidly, though its power remains undiminished. Beyond painting, Leonardo's Milanese years were marked by his work as a designer of pageants and theatrical spectacles. He created elaborate sets and mechanical devices, including a rotating stage and a mechanical lion, delighting the Sforza court. His notebooks from this period brim with ideas, from hydraulic systems to musical instruments, reflecting his boundless curiosity. However, his tendency to leave projects unfinished earned him a reputation for procrastination, a trait that frustrated patrons but stemmed from his perfectionism and relentless quest for knowledge. The Wanderer. Later years, and the Mona Lisa in 1499. Milan fell to French forces, and Leonardo fled the city. The next decade saw him wandering across Italy, working in Venice, Florence, and Rome, and serving various patrons, including the notorious Cesare Borgia. During this period, he began work on the Mona Lisa, a portrait that would become the most recognized painting in the world. The subject, believed to be Lisa Gerdini, a Florentine merchant's wife, is rendered with a subtle, enigmatic smile that has captivated viewers for centuries. Leonardo's use of sfumato, a technique that softens edges to create a lifelike effect, gives the painting an almost otherworldly quality. The background, with its distant landscape and winding paths, adds a layer of mystery, inviting endless speculation about the sitter's thoughts. Leonardo's scientific pursuits intensified during these years. He conducted detailed studies of water flow, proposing designs for canals and flood control systems. His anatomical drawings, including the famous Vitruvian Man, explored the proportions of the human body, blending art and science in a celebration of harmony. His fascination with flight led to designs for ornithopters and parachutes, though none were built in his lifetime. These projects, while impractical, reflect his belief that human ingenuity could unlock the secrets of the universe. In 1513, Leonardo moved to Rome, hoping to secure the patronage of Pope Leo X. However, the city's artistic scene was dominated by younger rivals like Michelangelo and Raphael, and Leonardo struggled to find commissions. Disheartened, he accepted an invitation from King Francis I of France in 1516 to join his court. In France, Leonardo spent his final years at the Château du Clos, where he was treated with reverence. He continued to sketch and teach, passing on his knowledge to a new generation. His health declined, likely due to a stroke, and he died on May 2, 1519, at the age of 67. Legacy and impact. Leonardo da Vinci's legacy is staggering in its breadth and depth. His paintings, though few in number only, about 15, are attributed to him, redefine the possibilities of art. Works like the Mona Lisa, The Last Supper, and Lady with an Ermine continue to inspire awe for their technical brilliance and emotional resonance. His notebooks, containing over 7,000 pages of drawings and writings, offer a window into a mind that saw no boundaries between disciplines. They include studies of anatomy, botany, geology, and physics, many of which were centuries ahead of their time. Leonardo's influence extends beyond art and science. His emphasis on observation and experimentation laid the groundwork for the scientific method. His designs, while often unrealized, inspired later inventors and engineers. His life embodies the Renaissance ideal of universal knowledge, challenging the notion that one must specialize to achieve greatness. Yet Leonardo was not without flaws. His perfectionism, distractibility, and tendency to abandon projects left many of his ideas incomplete. These imperfections, however, only add to his humanity, making his achievements all the more remarkable. Today, Leonardo remains a symbol of human potential. His works are housed in museums across the world, from the Louvre to the Uffizi, drawing millions of visitors each year. His notebooks, preserved in collections like the Codex Leicester, continue to be studied by scholars and scientists. His name has become synonymous with genius, a testament to a man who dared to dream beyond the constraints of his time. In reflecting on Leonardo da Vinci's life, one is struck by the sheer scope of his vision. He was an artist who saw the divine in the human form, a scientist who sought to unravel the mysteries of nature, and a dreamer who believed humanity could soar like birds. His story is not just a chapter in history, but a reminder of what is possible when curiosity and creativity know no bounds.